Yes, people, welcome to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV, hosted by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by, you get me, my Cody, regular co-host on ManDem United, also two-thirds of From a Third Eye View, JV. JV, what are you saying? Everything good?
Yeah, man, bless, everything good. Like to say thanks to the people who've become a member as well.
I was going to get into that still in it. So big up. Obviously, if you're unaware, the Sarcasm City TV membership is available. The link is underneath the YouTube video. So big up Cams TV, who became a YouTube member. And also big up Scott Page, who also became a YouTube member because we have the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A and we did a membership special. Because normally we do a Sunday show and then we'll do a midweek show on Wednesdays. But on Wednesdays, sometimes we'll do the Lewis is such a prick. Just seeing his comment and that in it. I hate this guy with a passion, at times. Big up Lewis. But yeah, as I was saying, the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on Wednesdays, that'll be membership special. And like I said, we're going to keep adding perks. And we're going to continue to add perks. We're going to continue to add shows to the channel. We're going to continue to give back to the supporters as much as we can in it. So first and foremost, like I start every show, love to everybody supporting in it. Appreciate it. Love to everybody supporting, because without you lot, me and JV would just be here talking to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So we really, really, really appreciate it. You already know what to do. If you're watching via the Twitter right now, make sure you hit the retweet button, hit the like button, follow JV, follow myself and the Sarcasm City Twitter. We're tagged in all the in the tweet on the Periscope. We're all tagged. And if you're on YouTube, you already know what to do. Whether you're new or you're regular here, hit the like button on the video. Hit the like button. It's important. Get them likes up. Make sure you share the video across all your socials, please. Share it across all socials and subscribe to the channel. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. When you do, it's rolled to 2,500 subscribers. Again, man, big up to Cams TV and big up to Scott Page for both becoming YouTube members. We really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And it helps the channel run as well. It helps give us more opportunity and not more opportunity. It helps give us more chance at giving you better content. You know what I'm saying? It improves our chances of doing that. So we appreciate that a lot. But yeah, man, JV, everything blessed anyway, as you were saying.
Yeah, man, good. Everything's good over here. Football-wise,
Yeah, we're going to get into that.
We'll get into that, but I hope people can try and I hope these past few games can help people to understand minding your stance on a certain.
We gonna get into that.
Norwegian man.
We got all night. We got all night, innit? Where to load it? Look, we got all night. We got all night. Like we gonna get into that, innit? Because I didn't want to be right, innit? All the criticism that I've received, all the criticism that JV's received, the conversation we was legit having on this show on Tuesday, where people was defending this man, and then you see performances like that. That tells you all you need to know. You know what I'm saying? And that tells you all you need to know when you see performances like that. JV will be back shortly, people. That tells you all you need to know. I'm saying 3 0-0s in a row. The most 0-0s, I think we're only below 2 other teams, you get me, in terms of 0-0 draws. And let's just go off yesterday and that draw yesterday. You can't tell me with Rashford, Greenwood, Bruno, Cavani, we can't have, between the 4 of them, they can't have a shot on target. We had 1 shot on target. 1 shot on target versus Crystal Palace. And that 1 shot was a deflected Nemanja Matic shot from outside the box. When is this manager going to be held accountable is what I'm saying. When is he going to take accountability? When is OLE going to hold that man accountable for that? Because when he was flying, it was top of the league. It was all, where's the OLE out is now 21 in 21, all this nonsense. I said from the jump, that had no legs. That had 0 legs. And we see it die in an instant. We've won 3 games out of our last 10. That tells you all you need to know. Let me get to the super chat. Yeah, man. Big up Wayne every time in it. He says, big up Flawless and JV. And always smash the like button. And he said, big up Ollie Tax. See, even rival fans, when I met Wayne, I've only met Wayne recently, and he was asking me about Manchester United. And I'm telling him how bad it is. He was a bit skeptical. But after seeing me on watch-alongs, after being on watch-alongs with me, after United playing Chelsea on the last weekend, he's seen the light, as as have other fans. Every time I'm on watch-alongs with rival fans, it don't matter if it's Chelsea, City, Arsenal, etc., they're starting to see the light. It doesn't matter if it's Jan City who's a Manchester City fan. It doesn't matter if it's Cam who's an Arsenal fan, Lewis and Wayne who are Chelsea fans. Rival fans are slowly starting to see it. And then when I turn around and tell them, this isn't a one-off. This isn't a bad day at the office. This is how we play week in, week out. The Crystal Palace game is no different from the Chelsea game. The Chelsea game is no different from the Sheffield United game. The Sheffield United game is no different from the second leg against Real Sociedad. You see the pattern there, people? You know what I'm saying? And that, yo, you're on mute, fam. You're on mute.
Sorry, all of them are no difference. All of them are no difference to the Fulham game. It's just that they are.
Yes, Pogba scored a screamer. Our best player scored a world-class screamer on his weaker side to beat the team second from bottom. We lost at home to the team who are bottom. I'm saying we went to West Brom, who have conceded the most goals at home and drew 1-1. And like Statman said, we have failed to create any big chances in our last 3 games.
I bet your Statman was like,
oh, he's pissed. Statman's pissed.
Like,
he's broken.
He didn't even have no. He couldn't even have no stats.
Nah, he had no stats. We didn't ask him any stats.
I didn't even know that. But after last night's game, there's not much stats that could have been had fun. Do you get what I'm saying? Unless you talk about how many, how far they walked and all that. You know what I'm saying?
He had no stats yesterday. He had 0 stats yesterday and that. Yo, keep getting the shares up. Get as many people in there as possible. I know we went on early, but if you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell, be able to check it. Also, there's an upcoming live stream section as well on the YouTube channel. So that lets you know. Obviously, Thursday can fluctuate depending on whatever shows we're on. And then obviously Europa League as well. That disrupted everything. It was Europa League on Thursday. That threw a spanner in the works, innit? But we are here. Tuesday's 5 o'clock. Thursday's normally 5 o'clock, sometimes 4. But yeah, if you keep your notification bell, if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you will know. We'll get to this. Kian here says early, bro. Yeah, man, we early. I don't know if you're saying you was early, but big up to you. Lewis says
early.
More draws in Manchester to buy back pocket. Yeah, more than IKEA, fam. Glazers out says big up, who's also a member. Big up to Glazers out. Big up to Wayne, who's also a member as well. He says big up Flawless Lewis. We on for later. I presume you're on. I will be on the watch along if you lot are about. Flawless, I've got an outside candidate for the United job, Lauren Blanc. Now I'm not with that, honest, but big up, yo. It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Feels like it's been a minute since we've seen you. Lewis says big up the man. Them smash the likes, yeah, man, and subscribe like he says. Where we going? Harris says Bruno getting all the heat after every game, but why does no one ever consider that he might just be fatigued? Here's the thing with Bruno: 1, he might be fatigued. I'm with you, and 2, because people push him being this good, it's like when he does bad, people can't wait to slay him, innit? Because people who don't like Ollie see him as Ollie's man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is as well. You know, I've noticed with the general, he gets. I've noticed this, Bruno. Bruno gets the Beckham treatment. Yeah. So this is by the general public, by the way, in the media. When he does good, yeah, he's the darling. You get what I'm saying?
Now it makes sense. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And then when he does bad, he's crucified. Don't you remember? Remember after World Cup 98 when he did that with Simeone? Yeah. They were burning Beckham fake. They were making fake things of Beckham and putting Beckham shirts. Yeah. And weren't they? You know what I'm saying?
Burning. Yeah. For those that don't know, you lot won't remember that, but the older lot watching will remember. But yeah, go on, family.
Yeah. And then literally every ground he went, and every time he touched the ball, boo, boo, for like a year, bro, if not longer. You know what I mean? Nah, it was longer actually. It was longer. You get what I'm saying? The only thing that probably stopped it as much is us winning the what you call it. You know, when we did the treble, he shut a lot of people up.
Yeah, success, isn't it? That's what success does.
He could have. This is the thing. Or he could have actually become a proper hated man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to remember, I think there was even England games after that he was getting booed by England fans.
Of course.
But here's the funny thing: you only go a few years later to when he scored that free kick against Greece to get us into I can't remember what that was to get us into. Whether it was
2002 World Cup.
Yeah, well,
I believe so.
And he scored that one at Old Trafford, and he was the darling again. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think Bruno has this with the media where I honestly believe, like, we've got City next year. Even if he scores against City, I can see certain media outlets going, Well, 1 out of 7 games ain't good enough because they've already got this narrative now. Do you get what I'm saying?
You're saying, keep going, fam. This is interesting.
On that narrative, everyone else will just keep jumping on. So the little train that's coming past and man jump on. Oh, you ever been in town when they got that free bus in town and you can just jump on and just scoot about? That's what these men are doing. They just jump on and just scoot about. They don't even know where it's going.
Yeah. I get what you
just jump off when they see something nice and shiny. And that's what it is. People are just on Bruno because he's not their player. What the thing I'll tell you right now, if Liverpool had Bruno, even with everything they've got going on, nothing, you wouldn't even know about half their problems. Do you get what I'm saying? If Manchester City, who I've realized the other day as well, Bruno is a pet player because you just imagine Bruno playing false 9. That's what I've realized that one in my head. But if Manchester City had Bruno, with the numbers what he puts up and the chances they create, we wouldn't hear the last of it. And it's literally just, if Chelsea had him, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Insert club team name here. I'm saying if I had him, he would be the dog's bollocks. But it's simply because he's a Manchester United player. It's like, all right then.
Cool.
You have to remember, a lot of the hate for Lukaku came from outside, and then us as the fan base soaked it up. Yeah. But the same man who were telling you Lukaku's pants is now telling you he's one of the top strikers in Europe. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is the thing with Bruno.
It was a mistake to sell him. Why did we let him go? Blah, 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 and all this.
You know what I'm saying?
I get
you heard all of that since. And I'll tell you right now, come the end of the season, when Bruno sets the Euros on fire, the first thing they'll say is he can't do that in a United shirt. Do you get what I'm saying? And one thing I will say, what people don't, everyone who's getting onto the Bruno, here's the thing. Name me the games where Bruno doesn't perform. Yeah, this is where I'm going to call Bruno. Go on. The only games where Bruno doesn't perform is the quote unquote big games against the traditional big 6, and I say traditional to give Arsenal fans a hard on. Yeah, because I know that's what they just still want to be included in it. Yeah. So when you look at the fact that he wasn't included, I mean, when he wasn't playing good against these top 6. Coincides with the teams where OLE sets up in a certain way. I've got for you, ladies and gentlemen, it's not Bruno who's underperforming against the top 6. It's the whole team, and the whole team which is guided by this manager. So if you are OLE in and you're pushing this Bruno don't perform against the top 6 narrative, I'm sorry, mate, you played yourself because you
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, you played yourself. You know what I'm saying? You played yourself. You know what I'm saying? You played yourself because you're actually shining light on the fact that this guy who is an absolute talent who's been able to perform for us and put up Messi numbers. Let's be honest, these are Messi Ronaldo numbers, what he's put up in the last
in terms of, I say this all the time, in terms of his impact cannot be denied in it. The only issue I have with Bruno, which we'll get onto, is what are you adding when you're not playing well? And obviously that ties into the manager, but that is my issue because Lukaku, he didn't put up Bruno's numbers, but he's very much like that. This is what me and Tox debated on a regular basis about Lukaku before we even signed him, even when we was linked with him. I'm like, scoring goals as an attacking player is all well and good. Of course, you want your attackers, whether it's your 9s, your 10s, your wide players, inside forwards, to score goals and get assists. But what happens when you are not scoring and getting assists? Can you impact the game? I always use this game as the example, and this player actually as an example, because he's one of my favorite non-Manchester United players, Didier Drogba. If you look at his numbers as a number 9, they are not that great. If you look at his goals and assists, they're not that great. But what he could do was impact games differently without scoring or assisting. I watched Chelsea play Liverpool in the game. I always remember this because Liverpool got battered at Anfield. Chelsea won 4-1. Scored 4 goals, played them off the park. Drogba didn't get a goal or an assist that game, but got man of the match. Worked that one out. You know what I'm saying? That's how good he was that day in terms of impact. Can you? And that's my issue with Bruno is we know you can get goals and assists. All right, but how do you do when you're not doing well in it? How does it? And that's my problem is, as good as everyone makes, I rate him highly, but as highly as everyone rates him, when you're talking about the Eric Cantona comparisons and things of that nature, which is ludicrous because Eric Cantona was not only was he impact, not only did he put on numbers, his impact was second to none as well, and his impact in big games. The amount of games we won 1-0 and it was 1-0 Cantona. That was a common theme.
Yeah.
And it was 1-0 Cantona, 1-0. So to put him in that bracket is why I can't do that, and I see why people get onto him because we expect so much from this guy, and he's just not of that level. And that's not a criticism. I don't think there's many players who are of the level of Cantona. You know what I'm saying? In that, you're not.
Do you know what it is?
Go on, fam.
If they say Cantona in terms of, say, maybe even playing style, yeah, I could get it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's when you're giving him the stature and the legendary status, and you're forgetting what this person who you're comparing him to has done.
He won 4 league titles in 5 years, and the 1 year he didn't when he was banned.
And here's the thing: it's not even it's that as well, but it's the fact that he basically started what United became. That him thing basically. He turned United into United. Do you get what I'm saying? Before that, it was, you know,
Robson.
We weren't spectacular like that.
Yeah. He gave us. He was the first one to give us that Stardust type of thing. He was that player who, at that point, was the difference maker in terms of top. Obviously, like I said, you got your Robsons beforehand, but in terms of an attacking sense, it was him. He's the first thing to come to mind, and you know what I'm saying. Like players always talk about him like. He was the difference maker in a lot of games. He was the difference.
That season, I can't remember which one it was. It's when he scored at Wembley. He scored at Wembley. Yes, against Liverpool. I remember it. And he had the band on his arm and he's celebrating like that. And I literally remember and I was thinking, you know what he is? He's very similar for me to Messi and Ronaldo. How after him, football changed. So after we got Cantona like that, a lot of man started going, let's see what these foreign players are saying. Because before that, it weren't very much foreign.
It was mainly English a lot.
You know what I'm saying? He changed it, and I even think if he doesn't do so good, Thingy probably don't even go and get Wenger because I think it was a whole new like, hey, like I was saying, Arsenal probably don't even get Wenger, or if they do, Wenger then doesn't go and get all these French players because he sees how good he settled in Cantona. Your Chelsea's might not go and get Zolas and Ruud Hullets, and do you get what I'm saying? What people have to understand, like before my man come in, it was a whole different landscape. So you can't be comparing Bruno to that. Don't get me wrong. If Bruno came in last season, like he did, we won the Europa League, and then this season we're still first right now, and we're in the FA Cup and we're in the Europa League.
Yeah.
You've got some grounds to argue. I'm not saying you're right. You've got some grounds to argue your point that he's going in that direction. Yeah. But until he's delivered, I can't say he's, you know what I'm saying?
That's where it is. And people get criticism of him like you don't rate him. Like I said, I rate Bruno. His impact is second to none. But when I'm seeing comparisons to Cantona, he's our best player. I personally, the Cantona one is wild. And secondly, when people are like, oh, he's our best player, I don't see it a lot of the times because a lot of the time, his performances is what I'm saying. His performances ain't the best. You know what I'm saying? And
people don't get that.
And yesterday is a prime example of that. I've watched you play there. I watched you play against Chelsea. I watched you play against Sociedad. I don't know if he played the full game against Sociedad. And this is me not saying that he's not good enough. I'm just saying it seems when he has poor performances, it's swept under the rug. But if a certain Paul Pogba's having poor performances, it's not swept under the rug. And I'm never comparing my two players. I don't do that. I'm just saying I want the same across the board, like the whole Martial thing. You know what I'm saying? In that. Martial's not been playing. Now, all of a sudden, we've seen Greenwood play up top and get no service and look bad. We've seen Cavani yesterday do the same and look terrible. But no one's talking about Cavani's not good enough or Greenwood's not good enough. Both of them are good enough because they're both two talented players, as is Martial. All I want is how come he gets all the smoke. What did I say? Because I got the numbers of Statman we're going to get into. And I was talking, and it was tough to ask him about nines because you lot were talking about, nobody gets, no striker gets a lot of touches in the box. All right, let me kill this. I'm going to kill this dead because I got this number. Martial, our strikers, so Martial, Cavani, average 4 touches in the box per game. Sterling, who's not even Manchester City's number 9, he's their wide player, inside forward. Guess how many touches he averages in the box? 8, fam. 8.
Oh,
So you might not think that's that much, yeah? So if we was working this out, my maths is terrible. You might think, oh, it's only 4 touches. If he's averaging on a game, Sterling's averaging 4 more touches in the box than our number 9. That means over a 10-game period, he's getting 40 more touches in the box. Over a 20-game period, that's 80. Over a season, that's over 100. So over a season period, Sterling, who's not even their number 9, is getting 100 more touch, or 100 and however many, let's just say 100 plus touches in the box. Therefore, even if half of those turn into shots, that means he's getting 50 more shots off, or 50 more chances. And that's even taking out the context of the quality of the touches. And that's just Sterling. Imagine what it would be like. I'm going to ask Statman for Aguero stats from last season because he's not played. Imagine they was playing with a 9. And that's my whole point. You know what I'm saying? And that, yes, there's exceptions to the rule, but I'm just using, like I said not last week, on the show on Tuesday, I'm talking about teams attacking players who are challenging consistently for major honors. So don't give me, someone said in the comments, oh, the average is 5. Yeah, if you're playing for West Brom, the average probably is 5. I'm talking about the teams challenging. I'm talking about your Manchester City, Liverpool last season. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about your Bayern Munich players. Real Madrid, when Real Madrid were in the pump. I'm guaranteed Ronaldo was averaging more than 4 touches. Like I said, Sterling gets 8, and he's not even there 9. So over a season period, that's over 100 plus more touches in the box.
Exactly, man. This is what I'm trying to say. People, here's the thing, though.
So once is before you go. So imagine we give Martial 100 more touches in the box. How many more goals does he score if he gets 100 more touches in the box?
Here's the thing. If we look at that season when he scored and he was our top goal scorer only last season, I bet you he had a lot more touches.
Yes.
I bet you had a lot more touches. And here's the thing, what these people don't seem to realize what they're doing. When you then find a fact, or think you're finding information to cover up for the manager's shortcomings, guess what you're doing? You are, in fact, giving him grounds, to feel as if he can keep doing what he's doing. Yeah. Because then he's going to say, well, all his excuse will be, oh, well, Lewandowski has 5 and you have 4. He only has 1 more than you. This is what you're not understanding, people. There's no point in trying to find facts, which enable us to be a poor team. I'd rather go and find information which benefits us. Do you know what I'm saying? So whoever came up with that thing last time and they're saying it was only 5, guess what? You played yourself. That's not beneficial for your team. Do you get what I'm saying?
And people will continue to make, like you said, excuses. And people will say, oh, we don't have City's team. We don't have City's manager. That's true. But at least we should strive to be like them. Even if we don't have the quality to get there, at least attempt to improve and go in the right direction.
All right. But you see that people will say we don't have City's team. We don't have City's manager. We don't need that because at one point we were above them.
That's a fair point still.
You know what I'm saying? So that you get what I'm saying, bro? So this is what you're not understanding. The same way, here's how I'm going to crush another thing. The same way you can tell me, oh, we got to the top. He got to the top. How can he not be good enough? If he was good enough, why didn't he keep us top?
Yeah.
Simple. Do you know what I'm saying?
And we're not saying for over a long period of time, but at least longer than what it did. Like the wheels fell off. We've won 3 out of our last 10.
Do you get what I'm saying? And this is what people don't understand. What you really need to deep about where we're going now as a club. And I keep saying this, and I'll you know what? Clip me. One of you, please save this, and play it back next season and see if I'm right. Because next season, Liverpool are not going to do what they've done this season. Chelsea not. Arsenal even will not. Do you get what I'm saying? Either one of these West Ham's, Villas, Wolves.
Everton. I'm concerned about Everton. Still.
That's what I'm saying. One of them, if not 2, will take heed. Yeah. So do you know where we could find ourselves next season? I'm going to burst a lot of your bubbles right here. We could find ourselves in a Moyes situation, bro. A Moyes when we were like 6th, 7th. We could find ourselves there because what we're doing, what a lot of our fan base is doing right now, is allowing for certain things. Yeah. Which other fan bases wouldn't allow for, or even other coaches, whatever, wouldn't allow for. Is mediocrity, we are allowing for that. That's not how you get to the top in anything, whatever walk of life it is. Don't care, whatever walk of life it is. If it's business, if it's You know what? One thing I will say to you is a lot of the time when I speak with Flawless and we're speaking, I reference business because what you have to understand is business and sport are two of the same. Yeah, they're two of the same. You get there through talent, but you also get there through hard work. Yeah. And the hard work aspect is what's affecting us because I seen someone comment and said, how many of these players do you think will get into a title winning team? We could have been a title winning team this season. How many of those Leicester players at the beginning of that season, they won the title, thought they would have a Premier League medal on their mantelpiece? None. So it's nothing to do with how many of these would get into, because if you're really asking me, Jordan Henderson should not be a Premier League winning captain.
You know what? You took the words out of my mouth. Every single team that has won the league, you could argue, has at least a bare minimum, at least 2 or 3 players who are not title winning standard. There's no 24, 25 man squad where they're all world class. The closest to that is City. But no one can't sit here and tell me that Delph, Otamendi, John Stones, Rodri, Jesus are title winning players. If we had their players, people were kicking off.
I was reading something today. Was it today? It might have been today or last night. It was an article on Bebe. Remember Bebe?
Yeah, I remember Bebe.
It was an article on Bebe. And I remember, and I'm reading through the article, and it was actually quite a good article. And I got to the end, and I went, "Yo, this guy won the league." Do you know what I'm saying?
He's won the league. I forgot. Did he win the league?
There's a picture of him at the end with them all sat.
Yeah, he won the title. Yeah,
and he's there with his thing, and I'm thinking, that's mad, you know, because we've got this thing in our head. I don't know where it's come from. That nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Like your whole.
No, it is from. You said they're there excuses. That's what it is. It's excuses. Like I said, look at the players I've mentioned. Pep, look at the play. Like I've said, I've mentioned Delph, Di Michaelis. You know what I'm saying? Otamendi, Stones, Rodri, Gabby Jesus. These players none of these players are title-winning players. Yes, they have quality around it, but there's no 25 squad. Go back through even United teams in the past, Arsenal teams. Not every single player was a title winning, had title winning ability, but you work around it. But yo, big up everyone who's locked. We got just under 50 across all platforms watching. Actually, it just cracked over 50. So yeah, man, make sure you hit the like button. Big numbers here, innit? Yo, love to you lot, because you lot continue to help the show grow. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. We'll get through some more of the comments. Also, big up Ronan, who says, all right, lads, big up to you. He says, could a change of formation freshen things up? Something needs to change before Sunday, or we'll get happy.
I think so.
We'll get hammered. I want to see the back three. I've said this, either the back three
or
4-3-3.
Yes,
I've said this.
You know what? I think while Bruno's playing like this, for me, it makes sense to just 4-3-3 it, because our midfield looks so empty at the moment. At least if he's driving forward, instead of just being forward, it then changes things. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
One thing I think we need to go to 4-3-3 is so that our wingers can be more in the channels. I think while we have these two, while we play with two in the middle, we kind of one winger always seems to either peel off and try and get the ball, or stay out wide, getting chalk on the boots, which I can't stand. You've got to be in the channels, innit? So for me, the 4-3-3, while Bruno's not Brunoing, I would actually 4-3-3 because I think Bruno's long passing is actually better than his short range passing. So for me, it makes sense with a Cavani on the pitch and then your two inverted wingers. It makes sense to have a Bruno in a 4-3-3, playing it up to a Cavani. Cavani can lay it off and then lay it off for a Bruno or a Thingy to have a shot, or Rashford. So for me, I think that actually works more than at the moment where we seem to just be. See, like with me, he's almost got a free role, Bruno, for us, but it's kind of like just hang her up, just loiter around the 18-yard box. You know what I'm saying? Loiter with purpose. That's his position for us. But I think we need to make it a bit more, while he's not playing well, scripted, or even. One thing I think we don't have, which I've realized, we don't have a defending formation. Like, whilst we're defending, like other teams, when we play other teams, when they're defending, their formation changes. When we're defending, I want to see Bruno drop back into the free. I don't want to see the striker drop back ahead, and Bruno's ahead of them. That will work sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying?
The problem is that on our average touch, when our average position, Bruno is normally level with our 9 or ahead of our 9. So I say this all the time. if our number 10 is ahead of our 9, who is supposed to create for our 9?
This is what I'm saying. We're more. I've said this for a while. You know, I've said this for a long time. We more or less play 4-4-2.
Yeah, we do. Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? We more or less play 4-4-2.
It looks like a 4-4-2.
I think that's due to him being a 4-4-2 player all his life. Only what you can probably say in his last 2 or 3 seasons did he stop becoming a 4-4-2 player. But then when you look at it, he didn't have a 10. He played 3 in midfield, and then he was on the wide. Solskjaer, this is Solskjaer I'm talking about. If anyone didn't know,
it's cool.
He ended the end of his career on the right wing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was a decent right winger as well.
He was
a decent right winger. Like, he had a good delivery. I remember in that.
He had a good delivery.
He kept. Did he keep? I think there was times where he kept Beckham out still.
Yeah, because it was the times Beckham was. This is why he does my head in with the whole handling of players. Because this is when Beckham was rotting in the reserves. He's seen Beckham. Imagine seeing Beckham, rotting in the reserves, and you can't do that to certain men we've got. You get what I'm saying?
It's a go on,
back to the point what I was saying. Like, drop him back in the midfield. Like, we can be flexible in it. You can be versatile. But I do think we're absolutely struggling without Pogba. I think at the moment our midfield. Like,
you see the difference when he's not there. Yeah.
Honestly, as good as I want Matic to play, for me, I don't think Matic can play in a 2. You know, I think Matic would actually be very good just being as the sitter, and you have.
If you have two energy, if you have a Bruno and a Fred next to him, for instance, or a Pogba and a Bruno, or whichever 2 you want, switch it up. Big up GSD_Savvy says, flawless, your laugh kills me, bro. Big up, man, innit? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for, man, innit? I'm here, we talk football and that, but I'm here to run jokes and just be myself and that, innit? Like, people really want to be miserable out here, innit? I've noticed that, innit? Not you lot, but I've noticed that, innit? Like, when I see some of the comments and I'm like, wow, man's just having fun. You know what I'm saying? Me and JV just cracking joke, and like, this is what we do. We done's in it. Like, camera switches off, the jokes continue. You know what I'm saying? And that, I'm convinced some people just want to be miserable. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, it is what it is. That's why I could put together a funny compilation. Make sure you check it out from 2020. And that shit was jokes. That's all authentic jokes from many different personalities and many different shows. But yeah, big up to you. Big up Bits and Bobs also, who says big up the brothers. Make sure you subscribe to Bits and Bobs' channel. Also, D'Angelo, we're just going to run through some of the comments as quick as we can. If we miss yours, apologies. You know what to do, though. Super chat and make sure yours gets read out. Your comment gets read out. Flawless JV, big up to you, Kings, but no mercy from us on Sunday. On you, man, and execution is taking place. Big up, D'Angelo. Yeah, I'm hoping for a draw in it. That's what it is. That's what it is. Big up Dupe, who says big up the ManDem. Big up ManDem United. Big up Dupe every time. This guy's name should be called Facts. I think he's talking. I presume he's talking to you. Big up Marlon, who is a Barcelona fan. Dupe saying Ollie in. Anas is saying, yeah, Bruno's a flat track bully. Zayn saying, big up the ManDem. Malcolm's also saying, big up the ManDem. Don't worry, we're going to get into more of this. Flawless, remember the mission you and Yan have today. Yeah. I'm a messenger still. I'm going to tell you about that off air, fam. Oh, yeah. Salute. Make sure you subscribe to Yancy ENT as well, people. And we got Gyardem meets ManDem tomorrow, so we'll be doing the Manchester Derby preview. So that would be great. Fantastic. Big up Mr. H. Big up Ryan as well. Also, big up Ryan. Big up Flawless and JV. Yeah, man. That's the done right there. Samaza. Here we go. Jasmine says, flawless Bruno should even be in the same bracket as Pogba, De Bruyne, Grealish. He's a very good player, but people expect too much. And that's to an extent because people overrating him, overhyping him. Even though here's what people misinterpret. Is the fact that a player can be a good or great player and still be overrated. You know, people as soon as you say someone's overrated, they're no good. It's like, no, a player can be overrated by some. Do I believe some of our fan base overrate Bruno? Yes. Does that mean I think Bruno's not a good player? Absolutely not. I rate Bruno, just not as highly as others. But yeah, go on, JV.
One thing I will say is people need to start putting Grealish's name in there because you know why I say Grealish's name should not be in there.
Go on.
Because Bruno was doing these numbers at Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah.
Grealish ain't doing them numbers at Sporting Lisbon. Do you get Grealish ain't doing them numbers at Villa, sorry. Do you get what I'm saying? So as good as Grealish is, please stop doing this to Grealish, because what you're going to do is when he gets to the Euros and he doesn't do what you think he's going to do, you're going to say he's shit. Do you get what I'm saying? And you'll ruin it, and you'll do him in. You know what I'm saying? If he's not mentally strong enough. So for me, remove Grealish's name from that. Grealish has done nothing to be put alongside Pogba or De Bruyne. If we can sit here and say Bruno shouldn't be classed as good because he's not delivered, then I think the same should be said of Grealish. Please do not kill this guy. Please.
Let's wait and see type of thing.
Yeah, I've seen you do it too many times, English media. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Red United TV as well.
My guy.
You says big up my man JV and Flawless watching from a Third Eye View. Yeah, make sure you check that out as well, people. From a Third Eye View on Pi Radios every Monday, 7 p.m. Myself, JV, and Stroh discussing all things Premier League. So it's not just Manchester United, all the Premier League results from the weekend. The playlist is on the channel. You can go to the Pi Radio YouTube, but the playlist is on the channel alongside all the other shows as well. Big up Jeremy, who says big up the panel, smash the like button. Yeah, come on, yeah, man, smash the like button. Let us know how many likes we are on. And it's here, it says, Flawless, you ever thought that the same fans that call out Glazer's ambition and come out and back, but Ollie, who isn't good enough to manage us, if you're gonna protect a manager, at least make it a good one. That's my point. Because Indiana was making this point when we did Agenda FC, and he was talking about, oh, I just want to see a manager see it through. And I like the idea, just not with this manager. If I like this manager, then I'd be like, cool. But the thing is, I've said this before, even if we have perfect owners and a perfect board, the owners, Woodward goes, Glazers goes, and Glazers go, and we get good owners in and a great board and people who are very good at their job. I still don't think this man is good enough. I don't know why people can't wrap their head around this. People don't seem to be able to fathom that. That I'm saying is, despite the fact Ollie's not the only problem, he still is a problem. And this is why I want this rectified. I want Ollie gone. I want the Glazers gone. I want Woodward gone. All of those things can be true. But even if you take away the Glazers, and you take away Woodward, he's still a problem. That's what it is. So yeah, people are just going back into the hill because of what he did. I've noticed that
as well. You know what I've noticed? Here's one thing. You'll never hear people go, like you said, they don't marry the two together, because here's the thing, what I always think, no, as bad as the Glazers are, I know the Glazers are bad. I'm not going to say everyone like the Glazers are good. But one thing I will say, yeah, is even if we have a proper board and we have director of football, all of this, he doesn't stop us doing 86-minute subs. He doesn't. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So this is why I'm saying, as much as the board and all that are bad, for me, you can get rid of Ollie first. Do you know what I'm saying? If all three are bad, get rid of him first. Yeah, because he can sort out things on the pitch. How I see things at the moment, what is really bad off the pitch that stopped us this season? So I'm not going to go to previous. I'm going to say this season, what have the board done that has stopped us progressing? Yeah. If there is anything, someone please let me know. But if I'm being really honest, I can't think of anything they've done bad this season. I'm not gonna sit here and, yeah, as much as I hate them, I can't stand them. They need to go. They need to go right now. If they went right now, I will go and pop. I got 2 bottles of bubbly downstairs. I'm saving for what I don't know. But if they go right now, I'm popping them bubblies. You know what I'm saying? I will pop them bubblies. You get what I'm saying? So as much as they are bad, I can't see anything they've done that stopped us progressing this season. I'd say Ollie might have not got the players he wanted, but he did get people in. Do you get what I'm saying? And one thing Ollie needs to, one thing I always think about Ollie is, Ollie, you can say as much you're not getting no one you want, you know. You have to remember you're Ollie. You don't command, your name don't command nothing. You know what I'm saying? If this was like an actual auction of the players and you went in and all these players were here, how many players are gonna say, no, sorry, Real Madrid, I'm waiting for Ollie? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He doesn't command it like that. I get your point.
You don't command it, bro. No one's gonna be like, oh, sorry, Brian, wait for Ollie, mate. No, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So as much as you're getting the players you want, sometimes it might just be you, Don. They might not be feeling you. You know what I'm saying? Or they might not be feeling what they're hearing that's coming out of the club, mate. Or they might not be feeling the stupidness you're saying in some of your press conferences.
Or they just, you get me, turn on their TV and look with their eyes at the football we're playing and go, I want no part of this. I got no part to this. I've been saying this for the longest. They're called watch-alongs. The sarcasm thing. When we do Manchester United watch-alongs, we're doing everything but watching along. It's just a link up.
Yeah.
It's just a link up. It's a ManDem thing. And if Yancy is here, she's added into it. It's a ManDem Gyaldem thing. Literally, we was on the one yesterday, fam, talking about who's the most polite players, polite footballers you've ever met, who's the rudest footballers you've ever met, where you going on holiday, what you eating. Also, so someone asked me, because I was chowing down, I think, during it. Someone's like, Flawless, what you eating? I was like, I'm starving, innit? We just busting joke. Big up Roland, who says, how are you lads going to cope next season? Ollie will most likely still be here. Gird your loins. How I'm coping now? I'm strapped in. I'm already prepared. This is why, just one thing, this is why you don't see me moaning on social media about it. If you check my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, I might retweet something that's funny, but I'm rarely tweeting about this. The reason why I'm talking about Ollie in this manner is because that's what this show's about. If I'm on a platform to talk about Manchester United, I'm going to give my opinion on it. But outside of this, I'm not fussed like that. Go on, JV.
No, the real question should be, how are the people who are backing Ollie going to cope next season?
Ooh.
You see what it is, Ronan? If you tell me right now it's raining outside, that's cool, bro. I got a coat. I can deal with the rain. Yeah? Mm-hmm. But these man cannot deal with the fact of that Ollie's shit. So when it comes in and it's proven that Ollie's shit, these men are going to lose their shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Me next season is not going to be anything different from this one. No, actually, it will, because we probably won't get first. We probably won't be in first at any point. Yeah? Next season will be one of those that it's us who people need to worry about. It's the people who actually are backing Ollie. Because if you think, if anyone thinks this is going to get any better, I really feel sorry for you. For me now, this can only get worse. He has reached his
ceiling.
He's not even ceiling, bro. He's got to the top of the mountain.
Okay.
The only way to get down from that mountain now is go down. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep going up. Now he has to go down. And knowing this guy is probably going to make an avalanche and ruin everything around him. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me, it's not us. We'll be fine next season. If anything, we'll be here next season. I told you so.
Yeah, seriously, you know what's mad? We'll be able to replay this show probably this time next year, and you won't even know the difference. Apart from insert player names here or insert certain teams that we're playing here. Like, it's the hope that kills you, Ronan. I already know what this manager is. I know he's not good enough. You know what? Shout out Bits and Bobs, because he messaged me and he's like, "Yo, basically, I'm paraphrasing. He was like, Manchester United are killing me." He was just checking in to see make sure everything's good, but he's like, United are killing me. And I said this to him. I said, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Strap in. We're all in this together. I've been strapped in from go back and look at shows when we were top of the league. Look at what we titled them shows. And yes, I said it all the time. I'm going to get gassed. I'm going to ride this till the wheels fall off because I know this manager is not good enough. And I had people doubting me and I was spot on. Mm-hmm. Not one apology, though. Not one apology. Not one flawless JV. You lot were right about this.
And this is what I'm saying. Because when I'm saying to people, I don't remember that one. Oh, we talked what you saying now. Man, I'm saying it's not going to last, bro.
Yes.
It's not going to last. Do you know what I'm saying? And man's literally saying to man, come on now, like, you know, enjoy it for now, but it's not going to last. Yeah. We went on an 18 game run at the end of last season, only to then when, you know, you need to win in a semi-final and another semi-final, you lose them both. So do you get what I'm saying? He is the master of killing you with hope. He will kill you with the hope, fam. It's like, all right, then look at the start of the season. Terrible. We then built up something and he just knocked it all back down. You know what I'm saying? You know who he is? He's his own worst enemy. You know, like when you watch little kids play and they have the building blocks.
Yeah.
And they build up the building blocks and they build it up and they build it up. But they don't build it right. So when it gets too high, what does it do? It falls down. Do you know? That's him. He might be able to build a little something, but he ain't built it right because there's no foundations on it.
I hear your point.
Brilliance. It's all individual brilliance.
And he said it himself. That's the mad part. What is our game plan? Man said counter-attacking. He sounded like me. He said counter-attacking and individual brilliance. Big up Saketu, who says, I love this show. Love for that.
Whoa.
That was a nice pronunciation, wasn't it? You know what I'm saying?
My guy.
I'm learning, fam. I'm learning.
I was ready to bust that one for you then.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. I appreciate that.
you know what I'm saying?
But I thought, you know what? Let me try this. I think I got it. So yeah, big up Saketu. David Fisher says, you ever bring in Statman Baines on the channel? Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
You will see Statman Baines, my guy. I was literally talking to him yesterday. I was on a show with him yesterday. He was talking afterwards. At some point this month, I'll bring him over here, defo. Him and Ranchu I'm going to see on the channel because they're the only two dons who haven't been on the channel yet. The only thing is, everyone's just busy. That's all it is. Yeah, everyone's just busy and everyone's doing mad shows.
You know what the maddest is? It will probably be easier to get people on when and if lockdown eases. It will probably be easier then.
Yes. Yeah. So spot on. And then there's an international break coming. But yes, Statman Baines, you will see. I'll let him know that you was asking for him, Davey. But yeah, definitely. 1,000,000% and that. 1,000,000%. But yeah, back to, because obviously we've gone off on tangents for 45 minutes. But yo, this is ManDem United on Sarcasm City TV. As you can see from the title, after another draw, our fans starting to turn on OLE. And the reason why we titled it that way is because that I've seen Manchester United play badly, draw, lose. That type of performance and that type of result and that type of reaction from people who don't like the manager and don't think he's good enough is not new. What was new to me, and this was just on my timeline, Aaron said the same thing, Saeed said the same thing as well. The defense of OLE was nowhere near as strong as it's been. Normally, as soon as Manchester United lose, people defend. What do you mean, Cam saying I haven't been on yet, Flawless? Yo, you have your own show on the channel. What are you talking of? This guy,
What you mean? On? Where is it? Yo, Cam,
come
try that. We had the ManDem United meets, bro.
Yeah. Nah, not the ManDem United. It was the Gonna Talk versus ManDem United.
Yeah. ManDem United meets the Gonna Talk. Yeah,
and you will get more of them in it. So Cam trying the thing. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as United play Arsenal, well, if we play using the Europa League, then we'll do that again. So yeah, you have been on technically. You know what I'm saying? But back as to what I was saying, that's the first time I've seen the weakest defense of him. I've seen people who are OLE in talking about if this doesn't change, I might turn OLE out. And I'm like, I think yesterday was an eye-opener. And you know why I think it was an eye-opener? Not only was the performance bad and the result bad, the usual scapegoats and the guys who get the blame weren't there. You know what I'm saying? And they haven't been there. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, Martial didn't play yesterday. Pogba didn't play yesterday. Martial only played against 10 minutes against Chelsea. Pogba didn't play against Chelsea. So I think people are slow because normally them two will get the blame. If Martial and Pogba were playing in that, one or both of those two are trending and get the blame.
And here's
now they're not there to blame. Go on.
This is why I always say to man, stop listening to the Sky Sports guys.
Yeah.
We don't like these man anyway. So because you're spot on then. Because when I was watching this yesterday, when I watched that yesterday, and then you know what I said? I swear down, I went, I'm just gonna be on Pogba and Martial again. I instantly thought at about 87 minutes, I thought, if we don't, these men are just gonna be them, man. And then I thought, wait, they're not even playing.
Yes.
Okay, let's see who they run now. And no one told. Man couldn't find no one to be on. Oh no, actually, man were on Rashford.
Rashford. From what I seen on social media, man, you know what was crazy? Because he's another one of the scapegoats. Fred, if you're not doing well going forward and your attack is weak, how are you blaming your defensive midfielder? That is mad to me. That's the same way if we're conceding lots of goals, I'm not blaming my number 10 or my striker. That's not on them.
Imagine you see the goal and go, Cavani. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's, you know what it is? Fred is in that group with those two. It's Pogba, Martial, and then Fred's the next one. So I seen, if I remember correctly, someone will let me know in the comments. I don't know if he was trending, but there was a lot of talk about him because he wasn't that good yesterday. But Fred wasn't the issue as to why United didn't create or didn't score. Fred's not the problem why we created 0 big chances in our last 3 games. Was he good?
The maddest thing is as
I'm
well.
not looking at that from my holding midfielder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at that from my front 4.
Exactly. And then here's the thing. Man, a lot of these people who get onto players, see me, I'm very critical of players, but do you know what I always think when a player has a bad game?
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is because like man's done a little coaching or whatever that in the past, but I always just think, get him off. You know what? Get him off. You know, and if I see a player do a bad first half, I don't care who it is. Honestly, bad first half, I think you should have up to about 65 minutes. Between that 65th minute and the 70th minute, you need to show me 3 things why you should stay on. Mate, you know what? I'll give him a bit more time actually. From the half time, from the restart at halftime to about 65 minutes, I need to see 3 things that you're trying. There's little things what you're trying, and it might come off later on in the game. But one thing I'll say about us, we can see like you could watch Bruno and he could give every pass away in the second. We watched Rashford last night. Every dribble he did just went down a blind alley. And then you're watching the manager, and the manager's like, he's waiting for someone to make a decision. He sat there like, where's that? Like that? What's happening? He's gonna do something. And he sat there like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, what are you gonna do? And this is what really does my head about him. I'll always maintain this guy is not the one. He's not ready. I don't even think he's ready. I don't think he's ready to be a manager. That's how deep it is. Because I honestly think he misses things. I think other managers pick up on things, because how is it that he only does subs? It's like he only does subs till a certain time, and it's almost not reflected upon performance. Honestly, when's the last time you've seen him take someone off at halftime who wasn't injured? Do you get what I'm saying?
In a Premier League game, I think in a Sociedad, but
oh yeah, that's only because he wanted to rest.
Yeah. I'm trying to think in the Premier League. Yeah.
When we need to make a change, make a change in a match, he doesn't do it, and he doesn't impact games in it. That's one of my biggest things. He's very slow to react. I say this all the time. How come I can see it's going wrong? JV can see it's wrong. Everybody can see the momentum is with the other team, and you don't make a tactical change, or you don't make a sub. Football's a game of momentum. Go on, fam. You know what does my head in as well? When we need him to make a change, and he goes, "I'm going to take off a winger." Or a winger, cool. And you're like, what the? You know what I'm saying?
We're chasing a game and everything's like for like. Like a left back for a left back.
How many times have I even sat on this show? And I'll always say it, and I'll go back to it. And you're watching the old school games, and he'll bring on Sheringham for O'Shea, and you're like, oh, man.
Yeah, what is going on? Because we don't understand, because we're younger. I'm thinking, what are you doing? And then boom, Sheringham will score or get an assist or something like that.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, right.
This guy's a genius. Yeah.
He's a genius. But he doesn't ever, it's like, all right then. As much as you're telling me Ahmad's not ready. He's not ready. Okay, he's not ready. Right. Surely though, there's something he can do last night. Are you telling me him with fresh legs, 20 minutes, right? All I want you to do now, mate, is run out that left back and just swing across it. Run at that right back.
Try something different in it, because it's clearly not working. Because our attack was non-existent yesterday. People need to. We had one shot on target against Crystal Palace, and that one shot was from the Man United. And I think, like I said, without the scapegoats there and the usual people who take the blame, I think it's turning. And the only saving grace for OLE at the moment is that no fans are allowed in. Because if fans were allowed in, we're going to be screaming attack. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? They said that last night.
Yeah.
They literally
apply pressure.
You know what they said? And that's really telling from me. And I'll repeat, and I might be paraphrasing a bit, but I think I've got it right. And the commentator sounded disgusted.
Yeah.
And he literally went at him. I just heard him go, oh, the fans won't stand for this. Do you know what? He was fed up. Yes. You could hear it in his voice. And I'm sat there and I'm thinking, nah, for real, bro. Like,
we ain't standing. Fam, we watching this from home and we ain't standing for this and that. So imagine you've paid your heart, you've gone all the way to London, it's cold, it's foggy, and you pay however much money for that. You're going to be like, I keep saying, I use the same words all the time. It's about intent. That's what it is. And there's no intent to win the game. It's like, he went there and he's like, he's happy with the draw. A draw's a win.
And then here's the thing. I said this will happen. You know, when people, you know what, at first when we're drawing with the big teams, people are like, oh, it's all right. I said, that will creep into our normal game. And lo and behold, against a mid-table team, nothing.
Mid-table.
They not even got Zaha. See, here's the thing. They not even got Zaha last night.
Yeah, Zaha didn't play. Yeah.
So they're missing their best player and they get a draw with us. To me, that screams if Zaha's playing, they probably win. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Definitely possible with Eze. It's definitely a possibility. They cause more problems going forward. Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say. So it's like, what people need to understand is it's not the fact that we're drawing these games. Because I'll say that, and then some people will be like, no, it is. No, listen to me. It's the fact that you're drawing a game and you're not creating nothing.
Yes.
The not creating chances, is worse than Cavani, Rashford, Bruno, Greenwood, all missing 2 or 3 chances. If last night no one had their finishing boots on, I would be vexed, but I'd go, you know what? Yeah.
At least we created chances. It was just a one-off. And
Do you get what I'm saying?
that's the whole issue, people, is what we're talking about. We're not creating anything. That's a problem because we have the talent. And it goes into this because Jeremy here says all he needed a centre back, a right winger, and a defensive midfielder at least, and they gave him none of the above. I agree with you. I agree with you in the window. Like I said, people say, oh, he's not been backed. No, he wasn't backed fully. United had a good window. We signed Tellez, we signed Donny, we signed Cavani. Last season, everybody was screaming about our bench being poor. I agree. Our bench wasn't good enough. We now have one of the best benches in the league. Not last night because of injuries, but I've looked at our bench and been like, sometimes our bench is better than our first 11. We have a stellar bench. Who else is bringing a Paul Pogba off the bench? A Cavani of Pogba, Mao, Donny, Cavani. That's 4 right there. Who's bringing 4 players of that, has the options to bring 4 players of that caliber? Who's got a backup left back like Tellez in the league?
You see that right there, that statement. He needed a centre back, a right mid, and a centre mid DM at least, and they gave him none of the above. Right, okay. One thing I will say to you, Jeremy, is you need to realise he bought a £40 million right winger, only to tell you he's not good enough. Okay? No, he's not ready yet. Okay. He got in, maybe not a CDM, but he got in a central midfielder in Donny. There's times, and he's someone who can play CDM. There's times when he should have played in this season. Has he? He needed a centre back. Okay, I get that one. He did need a centre back, but he constantly persists with the worst out of his injured centre backs. So you see there, Jeremy, everything what you're saying he didn't get, he has solutions for. Do you get what I'm saying? For me, it would be more of a worry if there wasn't a £40 million right winger on the bench. If there wasn't a Dutch international central midfielder, or if there wasn't one of possibly, when fit, the best centre backs in the league at your disposal, and you've not used any of them nowhere near as much as you should have. You see, this is where I'm saying, Jeremy, about making excuses that try and,
mask his weaknesses and him not being good enough.
Don't mask all his weaknesses. The thing I'll say to you is, you have to understand, we've got it. Yeah, we might have Ahmad, but he could have got a £40 million winger who can come in right on the pitch and be ready. Yeah,
actually, if you really wanted to, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why spend £37 million on someone who's not going to be ready? Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Why
we need now, innit?
Exactly.
We need now.
Why buy Palestri for 10 million if he's not ready? Do you know what I'm saying?
Why we look into the future when the future's now? Because we have issues right now. We need our first team sorted, and that goes back to and adding into my point as well. Yes, he needed those 3, but still, I keep reiterating this, and I'll say this again and again. He's not getting the most out of what he has.
Exactly.
Even without that, that's all I'm asking him to do. City don't have a striker and have won 21 games in a row.
Exactly. They don't even play with a left back.
And they've won 21 games in a row. Man has John Stones looking like a world beater.
Do you get what I'm saying? Here's the other thing now. Here's where I look at it as well, yeah? It's that he's not even utilised these, man. But, when you really look at buying Ahmad makes sense if we have a right winger right now who is over the hill a little bit. He's over the hill, and he's got like a year. So, like, say if we had a right wing version of, say, a Matic, someone that.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Then buying an Ahmad makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. But we don't have that. Do you get what I'm saying? So, for me, it's like, yeah, why not buy someone who's ready now then? Do you get where I'm coming from? It's like, we know Matic is like that, but we've got centre mids out on loan who probably, at the end of the season, Matic will probably either, shake hands with the club, either go upstairs and do some coaching or whatever, or just, I want to retire, part ways. One of these guys will probably out on loan, i.e. Jimmy Garner, Hamilton. They'll probably come back off the loan, take his place in the squad, and do his, 10 to 15 matches a season. You get what I'm saying? That makes sense. You get what I'm saying? But don't buy this kid when you know he's not going to be ready. And then when I need you to play him, you turn around and go, it's not ready yet. No, you knew that. You knew that. So then don't try that with me. See, that's where a lot of people can be fooled. I can't be fooled by that. It's like, well, why buy it? Do you get what now? It's like right now, yeah. It's gonna be summer soon. I ain't gonna go buy no big duffel coat. I ain't buy no big duffel coat. I might, if I do buy one, it'll be I've bought it to put it down. But guess what? I might need it. You know what I'm saying? If I needed it right now, I'd wear it, but I don't. Do you know what I'm saying? This guy needs to think of what is he doing these things for? It's like he can moan all to the high hills, or people can try and make these excuses up for him. He needed a centre back. He needed this. You've had Bailly when he's fit and not played him, and you've played Lindelof over him. So for me, who's to say how I'm thinking at the moment? Who's to say we buy a centre back? I don't think we're going to buy a first team centre back, because if we was, then Lindelof wouldn't be playing as much. For me, Lindelof plays because I think I'm getting to the point now where I think Lindelof might even be his number one. I don't even think it's Maguire. I think Lindelof is his number one. Yeah, I think Lindelof is Solskjaer's number one. It's just that he's been a bit injury prone. I think if he's not as injury prone, he probably plays every match with Maguire. Honestly, because it's like, when I look at Bailly and I look how better the team plays with Bailly, like, don't get me wrong, Bailly and Maguire weren't brilliant last night, but we were nowhere near as shaky.
We were solid, like, I think it was just the Van Aanholt chance, and that was pretty much it. They didn't really create too.
That's what I mean. No, but
solid. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But we're nowhere near as shaky. But next game, I will bet everything I have that Lindelof is playing. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, who's to say, even if we buy these players, so everyone's banging on about we need this, we need that. Who's to say if we buy these players, they will be implemented properly? Because we have had improvements to our squad this season who have not been implemented properly.
Yeah, we're struggling to score. We're struggling to score goals and create chances, and you have a Donny and you don't use him. I know he wasn't in the squad yesterday, but we've seen this.
Here's the thing. So we're struggling for a midfielder. We've got Donny, yeah. Struggling at centre back. We've got Bailly. I know we've not bought him, but I'm just using for the example for players that you have on your bench. Yeah. Struggling on the wing, we have Ahmad. Yeah. So you really have to deep it now. Like, even the left back situation was a bit dire. We brought in Telles. He's made that better. But there's certain times where I think, rest Shaw. Do you get what I'm saying? Rest Shaw. You've got an able-bodied person right there. Rest him. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you really think about it now, who's to say this man is going to implement these players? Who's to say he will even implement them properly? Because one thing I say to you is, if we get Jadon Sancho in, and Sancho is stood on the fucking touchline, it makes no. You get where I'm coming from.
I get exactly what you're saying. So you're saying, even if he gets all the tools and he gets a centre back, he gets a holding mid, he gets a right winger, who's to say he uses all these correctly? And like I said, what happens to just getting the best out of your resources? West Ham are fourth. David Moyes is getting the most out of his resources.
Exactly.
David Moyes, people, like, they're not the fourth best team. There's no way. Do I believe they'll finish in the Champions League spots? No, but there's no way they should be in the top four. But you know what David Moyes is doing? Utilizing his resources to the best of his ability, and it's working.
Well,
Leicester doing. Brendan Rodgers is doing the same thing at Leicester. Ancelotti is doing the same thing at Everton. Dean Smith is doing the same shit at Villa. You know what I'm saying? He's utilizing what he has. If you ask any manager, could you improve the squad? Would you prefer this? I'm sure they'd all say yeah. Even Pep. I bet if you ask Pep, if you could have a number 9 who was a bad boy striker, would you take that? He'd probably say yeah. Well, guess what? He doesn't have one. So he's working with what he has.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to say. It's when you really deep it now, and I'm really thinking about it. So man is screaming out, all right then, I'll put it to you like this. What positions do you think we need? So what? We'll say we need another
a centre back, a holding midfielder, and a right winger. They're probably the 3.
Okay, so we get a worldy CDM. He's still gonna play a double pivot. Yeah, we get a worldy right winger. He's still gonna have him on the touchline, isolated. Yeah, we get a worldy centre back. He'll still be next to either Maguire or Lindelof. Do you get where I'm coming from? So this is what I'm trying to say now, people. What you need to understand is, even if, because these people who like think this guy's the one, we can give this guy everything. What difference do you think it will make?
That's my point.
If if he isn't confident in himself. Because at first I thought he wasn't confident in the players. But no, I've realized you're not confident in yourself. Because if you go out there and attack from the first minute and you lose, that's on you. But if you go out there and you defend and you defend and you defend and then you try and attack, you can then blame that on the players because when you transition to attack, they didn't take advantage of it. Do you get what I'm saying? That's where I think a lot of where we are with our captain. And here, this is something I'm gonna explain.
Go on, JV. Get it off your chest for a minute. This is therapy settings.
We've got loser culture. We've got a loser culture. Yeah. Our manager is a loser. Yeah. Our captain is a loser. Yeah. These are the two men who are steering our ship at the moment. And you know what? I'll even say Maguire's more of a loser than the manager. Because, you know, from yesterday when I seen how Rashford spoke to him, I thought, you know what?
Let's go into that, actually. Since you're on that note, go into that. Go on.
It was no manners, yeah? But at the same time, right now, you know what? I'll be totally 100% real. So, no, I don't like Maguire. I'm a big fan of Rashford. But I will say it was wrong how Rashford spoke to him. But that's a very big indicator of how he's thought of. That is because one thing I will say, I ain't seen Rashford do that to no one else on his team.
That's what I was talking in Match Reaction. It's not like Rashford's an aggressive or confrontational character like that on the football pitch. We've seen him get frustrated. Like, for instance, I'm trying to think who's a bit. Say Bruno does that when probably not as shocked. You know what I'm saying? We've seen Bruno get frustrated. He's a little bit more aggressive in that. Trying to think because we don't really have aggressive players like that. But if I'm trying to think, if a Fernandinho does that to somebody at Manchester City, you're like, Fernandinho is a little bit more aggressive. You get what I'm saying? But yeah. Rashford, he's not. I've seen him get frustrated, but I don't think I've ever seen him shout at any one of his teammates for a loose pass or something. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. That's a very big indication that the majority of that squad think Maguire is complex. There's no way you see. You know how I put it as well. I feel like Rashford's the type of guy who, if he thought that Maguire shouldn't be spoken to in that way, he wouldn't have done it. He felt like you need to be told, bro. Like, yo, you shut the fuck up. What the fuck are you? The fuck are you doing falling over every fucking game? You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me. I'm carrying this ship. You know what I'm saying? Just because some motherfucker made you the captain, yo, act like the captain, be the captain. Because you have to remember, there's a bit of previous in this. Because I remember Rashford weren't too happy. I don't think he said nothing, but I remember Rashford looking at Maguire like, you're a complex. Because remember when Martial got sent off against Tottenham?
I remember that. Yeah.
I remember Thingy looking at him like, and then remember Maguire was like, no, it was a foul. You know, or whatever. Maguire was agreeing with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being a captain and just lying through your damn teeth. Like, I'm telling you right now, if we're in Sunday League and you 2-foot someone and you snap his legs, I'm going to go to and I'm the captain. I would say, that's not a foul.
Yeah, of course. You're supposed to.
You're on my team. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I think people have lost track of that. In general, I think I've said on this show before when I spoke about this, JV could say something, could do something, and he's dead wrong. Privately, I'll tell him that was wrong, but publicly, I'm not going to go on platforms and absolutely slander him because that's my guy. You get what I'm saying, fam? I'll tell you privately, but publicly, it was like, oh, did you see what JV did? What did he do? You know what I'm saying? What happened? I missed it. You know what I'm saying in that? Yeah. I was on the show. I was asleep. I was out of the country. I have no idea what you're talking about. What did Wenger always used to say when Arsenal players got sent off? I didn't see it.
Yes.
Every time in it. That was his favorite line.
I didn't see. Towards the end of his career, when he used to say it, he'd say it with a smile.
Yeah.
You've got to be onto me by now. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. Yeah.
But to start laughing, Kai knows. And he knows that, this is him defending his players. Do you get what I'm saying?
Fergie used to do it all the time in that. Like, what
you could see the tackle.
What tackle?
You see the tackle, he'll say, what? Did you see the pitch? Bloody hell. You know what I'm saying? Man will just, boom, it's instant deflected. You know
that's exactly what I do.
That
would be like, that's a straight Fergie. Oh, did you see the shot he had? Why did you see that tackle on the goalkeeper? Almost broke his leg.
What was that one? Don't you remember? What was that one?
He did Schmeichel. He was right on Schmeichel. Yeah. Oh no, Van Persie. When someone threw the ball at Van Persie. Yeah. It was Swansea. Yeah, he almost killed him.
You get what I'm saying? He's deflecting. This is what I'm trying to say, bro. Certain man. No. So this is so back to the whole Rashford thing.
for me, that's a big indication of what everyone thinks of you. Because I would say very much he's a not a spokesperson, but Rashford will be a very big personality in that changing room.
Oh, definitely, he's one of the more popular guys.
And I honestly think that Maguire, you know how I put it as well. You got to lead by example, and you got to lead by, like, when it comes to football as well. I've got to show you in training as well, and show you on the pitch. Do you get what I'm saying? Because for me, Maguire, Martial, Greenwood, Thingy were probably spinning my man every day. They're probably spinning Maguire every day.
Oh yeah, it's probably not a shock, and that's not even a criticism of Maguire, because Greenwood and Rashford can spin a lot of man in it. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm saying. So then when this guy's probably trying to tell him something, I put you on your ass every day, bro.
Yeah, because he told him, if I remember correctly, Maguire was telling him to get on side, and Rashford was like, "What am I supposed to do with that?" Which is a very big indicator, and lets us know what we've been talking about, the service. And that's our wide player saying that, not our striker. Our wide player is telling you, what am I supposed to do with that? So what kind of service is our number 9 getting? And this tells you all you need to know.
This brings me to another point. When I look at Bruno last night, and I look at Rashford last night, you know what I seen?
Frustrated figures.
Frustrated, fed up.
They like us. They felt like me and you.
Fed up. I wouldn't be surprised if them man are OLE out, fam. Them man fed up. Fed up. It's like, what? And like you said, that's a big indicator. What am I supposed to do with this? And I said this a few years ago. I said, if Rashford wants to be who he needs to be, he will have to leave us. Now Bruno's here. I'll tell you I will tell you every number that there is. The highest number in the world is called a Google. There you go, people. Maths lesson. The highest number in the world is called a Google. Yeah, it's infinite. Yeah. That is how much percent I'm backing Bruno will leave us within the next 2 or 3 years. Because
if his manager's still here.
No. I'm saying 100%. He's not English.
Oh, you reckon so?
He's not English. He's not English. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Remember, this is what people have to remember. He's not English. Rooney was English. We couldn't even keep hold of him. Yeah. We couldn't even keep hold of him. Yeah. See, when you get these man, you have to be ready for that. Yeah. So let's get the most out of him now. If you can't get no trophies with a Bruno, we ain't getting no trophies from him. Because Bruno Fernandes, and we'll see what people think about this next thing what's about to come out of my mouth. Bruno Fernandes will probably be the best player that we buy for the next, at least 1,000,000%, at least the next 5 years. I don't see us buying a player who will be able to come in and have an impact like Bruno.
I get what you're saying in terms of impact. Just want to get to these 2 questions because Cam's asking as well. Yo, big up everyone who's locked. Make sure buds, let us know how many likes we are on and get them likes up. Keep sharing it before we close out the show. Share and subscribe to the channel. Want to see the numbers go up. Ronan says, do you think he would ever go back to the free-flowing play of his first 3 months, 4-3-3, etc.? No, I don't think he will. Because I reckon if he was going to do that, all the times it's been bad, he would have. Like, no. He's safety first. He's safety first.
I think he's
a boxer. He's a jab, hold boxer. He's safety first.
No, you know what? I think free-flowing, no. But I think he could go back to the 4-3-3. Only way I see that happening is if Bruno gets injured for a sustainable amount of time. Like say now, because we've not got Pogba. Yeah. There is no other, and Van der Beek's not there. There's no other. So I won't be surprised if Bruno got injured tomorrow. Don't be surprised when you see our midfield is Matic, Fred, and McTominay, because that is what it would be. And also, I see that was painful, innit? That that just looked like I put one of them bubble up paracetamol in your mouth.
Oh yeah, that's awful. They're awful.
But here's the thing, though.
Man said, Mike, Fred, McTominay. As bad as Bruno's not been playing well, if he gets injured, we're mash up with no Donny and Pogba. Lord,
this is what I'm trying to say, bro. This is what I'm trying to say.
Wait, hold on. Where's Mal? Is he injured?
No, I think there's something happened with Mata.
Okay, right, fair enough.
I heard this. I heard something happened with Mata. That's why Mata's not been about. I think he was about for one of them last matches.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
But before that, apparently Mata hadn't been about for weeks. It's just that we probably don't really, not that we don't need it. We don't. If one Mata's not on the bench, it's not groundbreaking news. So there's probably been a few times Mata's not there, and we've just not realised. You know what? One thing I want to get in as well, actually, why I'm going to tell you why I'm going to we could possibly finish outside of the top 4 this season.
Nah, I don't think so. Simply, you know why?
No. I'm going to tell you why.
Go on, you tell me why. Then go on.
Have you not heard about De Gea's not 6 games? De Gea's not. De Gea's gone back to Spain for approximately 6 weeks or something. He's got some family issues or something.
I pray that De Gea's all good in terms of personal life.
Yes,
in terms of, yeah, definitely. But in terms of the team, I've been wanting this. Like, I know you're not sold on Henderson.
No.
Why I'm saying is the reason why I wanted this is because I'm waiting to. I need to see now. All right, how good are you, Henderson? Let's find out if you're good enough.
Here's the thing. I'd agree with that if Romero was about for some reason.
I know you don't rate Henderson in it. I'm still
but here's the thing.
Judgment. Go on.
We had Lee Grant on the bench last night. One thing what I'm trying to say is I don't want Henderson to get thrown in. Something happens to him and with Lee Grant's in there. That is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
If Romero's about, I'm okay because if Henderson has an absolute stinker, we've got someone else. One thing I will say is next match against City is probably one of the best matches to reason him into because he's not going to have that physical type of, Calvert-Lewin or someone, you know what I'm saying? That type of presence. So in terms of pressure, obviously it'll be a big match because it's a derby. But in terms of him as a goalkeeper,
I want to see how good. Like this is really that. Like now Henderson's out. I want to see. I know you're sold on him already. You don't think he's good enough in it. I'm just waiting to see it. I hope you're wrong and I'm right, of course. And I know you think the same. But we're going to find out. Big up Cam also who says, say you get top 4 consistently for the next 7 to 8 years with Ollie always getting knocked out quarter or last 16 and nowhere near the title by the end of the season, would you accept it? I want him gone yesterday. I am done with this guy in it. I'm done with this guy, Cam.
Real Cam. This guy,
it's the real Cam. Yeah, because he's a member. It's the real Cam. Cam just trolling and that.
Yeah.
I want him gone in it yesterday. I've had enough of this guy. All I'm asking for of any Manchester United manager is, yes, we know you don't have the best resources, but get the most out of what you have. You telling me you can't do a David Moyes or West Ham? Ancelotti at Everton, a Villa at Steve Smith at Villa. Go on, fam.
Breaking news. This is why Ole's a knobhead. Yeah.
Go on.
De Gea's, you know why De Gea's gone?
Go on.
Because his gal's having a youth. De Gea said he wanted to stay.
You know what that is? If that is true, that's Ole. You said about Ole not making tough decisions. Now he can play Henderson and not worry about unsettling and De Gea being unhappy.
You know what that is?
That's what that is.
That's a bitch decision. So
I'm not saying it's not.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, innit? He's used that to drop him. Drop him.
Yeah, but we know Ole. Here's the thing is, fam. We know Ole don't drop players. How long have we been saying on this very show that he needs to drop Martial? Drop Rashford when he's not playing well. Drop Bruno when he's not playing well. Drop Pogba when he's playing well. Maguire and Lindelof. How many times are we saying, Maguire and Lindelof should be dropped? Even De Gea himself, he doesn't drop players.
You know what though? I ain't gonna lie to you. Someone in the comments, Google if De Gea's already got youths. If De Gea's not already got youths, we've got him back. He's back. If he watches that, if he watches childbirth, he's responsible. If he watches that,
right? Childbirth. I've heard childbirths are Mazda still. Obviously, I've never been in one.
That, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Old De Gea's back. My man will be hella responsible after that, fam. Hella responsible, fam. My man, yeah, he's back. So hopefully, Ole's used his brains and said, "Oh, it's chat. You go watch that and man up." Yeah, that's what he needs to man him clout up. He needs to go watch some childbirth and man up. Yeah, what I'm saying. So
I hear you, fam.
I ain't gonna lie though. I would have rather. I've got no faith in Henderson. I've got no faith in Henderson. You know why I've got no faith?
Yeah, you ain't sold on him at all. Like you're quick to write him off, and I know you're not doing that. Like you've looked at him, so there's stuff that you've not seen in it. So when you say that, I take it on board because I know that you're not just saying it for no reason type of thing. I'm just reserving judgment. I know what you're like. Yeah. That's why I'm very concerned that you're saying that. If it was someone else, I'd be like, all right, whatever.
I think it was either last. No, it was the Chelsea match. And wait, what was the last match De Gea played? Was it the Chelsea match?
Yes,
it was that one then. And he did a save, and I swear down, and I went, "Oh, I'm so glad that's him and not Henderson," because he used his feet.
And I won 62 likes. Sorry, get us up to 70. Big up to you.
Yeah, get up to 70 people. Big ups.
Big up. Appreciate
it. Here's the thing now, Flawless. Why so concerned by Henderson? You see, I've clocked that over about 2 games. 2 games I've seen this guy play. 2. See, was it Monday? We're talking about these man have got these proper tacticians who watch your games and that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying. You see, when you play, especially watch against City, someone's going to do it against City. I put my money on it. Someone's going to shoot where he has to do a deal. They shoot where he has to use his feet. Do you know what I'm saying? That will be identified as a weakness. You see, when you're an outfield player and someone identifies a weakness, you can kind of get around it. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, we know Maguire's not the fastest. That's why he looks better next to Baye.
Yes.
You can counter for that. With that, my man not being able to save with his feet, there's no counter. Do you understand what I'm saying? As a goalkeeper, you have to be like, how I see a goalkeeper is a circle. So when you have the attributes, you have to go around in a circle and hit all of them.
If you, saying.
A goalkeeper, if you cannot hit all these attributes, you're in big trouble because there is no one else with you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Normally, when you make a mistake, it costs us a goal. Yeah, as a goalkeeper, yes.
Like, there's plenty of times you see Maguire fall over or someone do this or whoever it is. You know what I'm saying? Even the best, they fall over and it goes out for a throw in, and you're like, oh, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More time with a keeper, if they make a mistake, it's a goal. This is why I always say, with my man, I'm not too big on him because we've seen how shaky De Gea was when he first come. But for me, Henderson, I don't think Henderson will even become as good as 2010 De Gea.
Yeah, I remember you said this before.
When we're talking 2015 De Gea, who's just moving like Terminator, that is something Henderson would have dreamt of. But in terms of, you see, De Gea, the only thing De Gea for me, De Gea could actually have went down in as an all-time great if he came over here and he just really embraced the rough and tumble of it. Because he
seemed to have gone backwards because it seems like he struggled with it. He got to grips with it. He was fine, and now he's gone back. But I don't think it's a technical issue. I think it's a mentality issue.
It's a shit bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a shit bad.
And even some of the goals he's letting as well, the mistakes I think he's improved this season, even though he's made some terrible mistakes. And last season also concentration, the things of that nature. But we talk about dropping. People forget Van Gaal dropped him when we went through that whole contract period and he wasn't signing the deal. He was playing Romero. Just want to big up Faris as well, who says, my brothers, them, smash a like. Yo, Flawless Saeed cracked me up in that video you shared. Big shout out to my bro JV as well. Yo, big up to Faris because he's been supporting from the jump.
Yo,
early.
You know what's mad?
Early.
I just messaged Faris back about earlier today. You get what I'm saying? I'm speaking to him. For you who don't know, this guy's been supporting from the drop. This guy, 16, bro, and he lives in Canada, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
From the jump, like long before ManDem United was done.
Long before.
He even said it when we was getting like 2 or 3 people tuning in. Yeah, what I'm saying. From the jump, like from the ground up is what we're saying and that. So big up Faris each and every time, you already know. But yeah, Ronan's right. He says his excuse was only looking to give Hendo a run. And that, if that's true, what JV has said, and that tells you all you need to know. Why are you the manager, but you're not managing? Why are you scared to drop people?
Yes.
How can I be a football man? I'll drop someone on Football Manager. Okay, who it's, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you see me, bro, when I go watch my sons playing that, I tell the manager, I say, yo, if he plays Marco, don't start him next week. You know what I'm saying?
Because and that's you preparing him for your son for football, and also for, like, if you're not good enough at the job you're doing, you will be replaced.
Yes.
That's how this works.
And you know what it is? It's because they have rolling subs, they'll come on anyway.
Yeah.
I always say, like, just first 10 minutes, leave him on. It's really bad. They'll get you a goal when he comes on because he's hungry. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes. And it keeps you motivated. That's what I'm saying. It keeps you hungry and that. It does. Like, you have to keep motivated, keep hungry, and that type of thing. That's why me and JV know when we do these shows, we have to be improving and on top of our game. Otherwise, you lot will go elsewhere. Yeah. If our shows start to dip in terms of quality, you lot will bounce. You know what I'm saying? And that. So it's like, that's what we have to do, is continue to. I understand there's so much competition. We're in somewhere that is stacked with quality competition. You know what I'm saying? Just our circle alone, even though they're not competitive, because I want to see the whole circle win. There's quality teammates is what I should say. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? It's
quality.
Like you always say, bro, iron sharpens iron. If
you're
around Maka, you become Maka. You know what I'm saying? So I always see, even in a work environment, any environment, you know, one thing you can't do is be around mediocrity, because I'm telling you now, that flows like water. That will be everywhere. that'll be all over you.
Yeah, I just get to this because Pyramid's asking what are you basing it off in regards to Henderson? So he says here, what you judging Henderson off? The minimal games he's played for United or the Sheffield United games you didn't watch?
Listen, bro. I'm basing it off United because guess what?
He plays for United, is he going to say?
He watches, he plays for United, so I'm going to watch him there. Sheffield United, bro, where they're playing three centre-backs, wing backs, defensive mid. I'm not watching there because guess what? You didn't either, so don't try that one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going with that. And a man of the match performance for Sheffield United may be a 7 out of 10 for Manchester United, bro. That's what you're not getting. Do you get what I'm saying?
Level of expectation
is a different level. So that's what I'm going to watch him because I'm going to watch a game where I'm going to see him concede goals with his legs. For me, as a goal, you shouldn't be conceding goals. Like literally that goal he conceded. I think was it Liverpool when we watched it. He could have
Liverpool game.
I seen him do it another game, but it bounced like off him, and I was like, really and truly, that should have been a goal. So yeah, I'm going to go off the thingy because I'm not going to go off the Sheffield United simply because half of the time when man are telling me it's fire for Sheffield United, Hughes didn't watch it. Do you get what I'm saying? Same way I'll say with Maguire. I said this is a point I made about Maguire.
Leicester, yeah,
you're telling me Maguire's fire. You didn't watch him for Leicester. Do you get what I'm saying? So that is what I'm going to go off. I'm not going to go off. So
you're saying what you've seen already, you don't like. You know what I'm saying? So JV's just quicker to judge, which is cool. I'm a little bit more reserved. I look for longer, but I know JV's not doing that. He's assessed it. Go on, fam.
Yes, like I said, because he's a goalkeeper pyramid, you don't have the luxury, of having someone else to cover for you. So as a goalkeeper, if your base attributes are not good enough, you're not good enough. Do you not get that? No one else can lend you a hand.
Yeah, there's no one to cover for you in it. There's no centre back if you're a centre back.
You can't have a centre back on the line with you, bro. All the time. Might happen from a corner where you got someone there. So yeah, that is what I'm going to go off pyramid. Unfortunately, I'm going to go off the games I see him play for the club which he's going to be judged playing for. Thank you very much.
There you go. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, there we go, innit? We always up for response, man, innit? Big up everyone in the comments. I love that fact that we can have back and forth with you lot and it doesn't get personal and it remains football. Malachi says, flawless Ollie should have got sacked after we got knocked out of the Champions League. Sack him if we lose to Manchester City. I'm with you, man, innit? I want this manager gone. Because again, I just want to see somebody get the most out of what we have. Because at the moment, it's wasting. With the amount of talent we have is wasting.
I've realized as well, though. I've come to realize this. You know, the same way how I say a decent number 2 would probably expose Ollie. I honestly...
I know exactly where you're going. Keep going. Go on, fam.
A decent number 2 would expose Ollie. I think if we get a decent manager, it exposes Woodward.
I think it exposes... I thought he was going to go somewhere else. Not only does it... That's a great point. Not only does it expose Woodward and the Glazers, it also exposes Ollie.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we get in a number 2 now, it will expose Ollie differently. Yeah. But if we're getting a new manager now, of course it will expose Ollie straight away.
Yeah.
So be like, a new manager will come in and be like, oh, so where's the so-and-so? You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Where's this? Oh, sorry, we don't have that. What? You weren't doing that? Oh, right. So time you did that, 8 years ago. Not Glazers though. Sorry, do you know they've not been doing this vital thing for 8 years? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think it goes.
A serious operator starts to question why we're not trying to be run successfully. Why we're not trying to put things in place to be as successful as possible. Like I said, even if you're not the best, you should strive for success. You know what I'm saying? We're not the biggest channel in the world. But we strive to be the biggest channel in the world.
Yeah.
We maneuver like we're the biggest channel in the world. We put things in place to do that because we're trying to elevate and go further up. You know what I'm saying? And go all the way to the top. Hence why a lot of you here, the regulars, have seen us grow. You know what I'm saying? I've seen the numbers go up. I've seen the live viewers go up. I've seen the chat go up, etc. Seen myself and JV both get better as we get more comfortable with this and what works and what doesn't. You see the thumbnails improve now. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to work on them further as well. That type of thing. I get your point. Valid. A new manager does expose everybody. If he's good enough.
Everything. Yeah. The whole thing. Yeah. Not even if he's good enough, you know. I honestly think there's certain managers out there now in this shout out Yan City.
Big up Yan City every time.
In this league right now who we would deem probably not even good enough for us, but they would come in and see how we run and say, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right.
I swear to you, even all right then, like seriously, there's probably managers in what? All right then, Sam Allardyce will come in and expose everything because he's a, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a vet. He's a vet. Yeah.
You're like, whoa, what's this? Why is it? Who's he? What's he do? What do you do? Get out! You know what I mean? No, you don't. Not no more. Boom. And I think we've got a lot of that at our club.
Yeah.
Like we're saying with the coaches, jobs for brethrens, you know, with the coaches, what's going on.
Jobs for brethrens.
Yeah. Because honestly, think about it, bro. If that's going on in public, what do you think's going on behind closed doors, bro? If that is going on.
Man said jobs for brethren.
Yo, I'm telling you. You know what it is for us? Think about it. If you're doing that with what I know, used to say the physio ain't like his brethren who's a PE.
Yeah. I get your point. Yeah.
If you're doing that at the noticeable level, you're doing it at the low.
Oh my god.
Do you get what I'm saying? Trust me, man.
It's a mazzo.
Jobs for the boys, as they call it. Jobs for the boys.
And yo, Red Dead, this adds on to my point. Does your channel have a consistent system in terms of guests and topics? Yes. We have regular shows here. You know what I'm saying? In that Monday night, you get Gonna Talk from the Arsenal with Cam, Quill, sometimes a special guest. Tuesday, you get ManDem United with myself and JV, sometimes with a special guest. You know what I'm saying? Thursday, you also get ManDem United, sometimes with a special guest, depending on what's going on. Friday, you get Agenda FC with me, Carefree Lewis, and Tox, sometimes with a special guest. You know what I'm saying? You also get Gyaldum City meets ManDem United, which is the crossover show with Yan City and myself. Then Saturday, you get Gyaldum City. And then Wednesday, I forgot as well, you get the membership special of the Q&A. And I can remember this all off the top of my dome. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's busting joke. I love that. That's what it is. We have a consistent, you know what to get. If you go to the upcoming live stream section, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? There's a schedule, there's a plan. Me and JV talk on a daily basis about this, about the channel, what we can do to improve. Me and Yan City set up the whole membership and the perks and that. There was a plan in place, and I just didn't go and get my brethrens. Yes, I'm brethrens with everyone who's on here, but I went and got people who are also talented. Because we can be brethrens, but you're not on here. No, you won't see all my brethrens on here because some of them wouldn't be good at it. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them won't be interested.
Yeah, some of them won't be interested. That's why you don't see my mom on here or my sister or my brother and that. You know what I'm saying? Because they probably wouldn't be good at this. You know what I'm saying? Or they might, like you said, might be disinterested in it. So it's a talent thing here, you know what I'm saying? That's why you think it takes so long for new shows to appear on here. Because a lot of thought goes into it. You know what I'm saying? Like the idea for the show. So yeah, man, big up Red Dead United TV. And I'm guessing your channel's the same, innit? Consistent system. You know what I'm saying? But big up to you each and every time. Man, I say Flawless has no tactics, you know, you funny still. Big up Ronan. Big up Ronan. Big up you lot. This is why I fucks with you lot. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with you lots. Yan City out here lying on my name and that per usual. So it's a good joke. Because I said Red Dead said, Flawless, have you ever been arrested? You're a joker. And then she responds and goes, of course he has at Red Dead United TV. He failed to pay his child support, so I got him arrested. I pay child support for all our kids, Yan City. I don't know what she lying in it. You know what I'm saying? She is a lying. You see me?
I'm just gonna step in here just so like he's not inadvertently messing up his own thing. He doesn't have use.
Yeah. I'm joking, people.
It's not really in a relationship. So all of the girls interested, the door is actually open. This is a joke. Yeah. So all them gal who want a 079 flawless, yeah.
This guy. So yeah, for those that don't know, we're joking. Yes, we're clowning around and that. That's what it is. We're clowning. But you lot, hope you've enjoyed the show. Head over to United Central right now. I'm on there. Real talk with Saeed and Musa. So use like head right before. Obviously, you should have hit the like button. Head over there, United Central. Get in the comments already. Hit the like button. Let Saeed know I sent you. I'm heading over there. We're going live at 6, and then immediately after that, live at 7 on Rance's channel, Red Talk with myself, Rance, and of course, Mr. Aaron United. And then you'll catch me on Blues Fans TV as well, and the watch along the Lewis and the Chelsea Dons, doing the watch along for Liverpool versus Chelsea and that. You know what I'm saying? No one deleted your comment, Yancy. You probably deleted it yourself. Yo, big up Jeffrey, who says, big up from San Diego. Missed this show, but ready to check y'all on on Swede's channel. Yo, big up anyway, man, Jeffrey. Man said San Diego, you know. That's nuts. You know what I'm saying? Big up everyone in that. Hey, my finishing ability is top notch, yo. You get what I'm saying? And that top bins, bottom bins, the whole nine. You get what I'm saying? And that man said no style of play flawless. You lot are jokes. Yeah, I'm saying it's because you be swearing in the comments. Big up to everyone, though. Yeah, use lot are getting wild in that in the comments. So we're gonna go. Yo, JV, anything you want to add before we dip? These lot are wild than that.
The same, G.
Yo, these are wild. They just busted joke, but it's funny.
Yeah, yeah, man.
These are busted joke.
Yeah, anything. We're there, man. We're about. You get me. So all I will say is, yeah, just keep locking in. Keep locking in. Like I keep saying it to you. We've got more coming. We've got more coming. We've got a lot more coming.
Yes.
Share, subscribe. We're not going anywhere. Nope. If you don't like what we're doing, safe.
Yeah, just don't watch it.
Yeah.
What is that, man?
One thing I will say is, I'm literally feeling how everyone is getting behind what we're doing. We've got all of you guys. The support's been crazy. You get what I'm saying? We've literally, me and Flawless, we've been doing this for about a year or two now on the radio. We've been doing ManDem United now since October. You know what I'm saying? The channel's growing. Some city. Make sure you keep locked into all the shows. Like I said, members, there's something coming soon for the members, and I'm gonna do one as well for the regular guests as well.
There you go, in it for the regulars. You go, people.
We'll do the members ones first. Members, within the next 2 weeks to a month, there's gonna be something in it for the members, and yeah, definitely as well. There's gonna be something in it for the regular supporters, because like I said, without you guys, we won't be here doing what we do.
Facts. And we got over 70 likes. That's big. I think I'm not sure if that could be a record for this show anyway. Or it's definitely one of the highest, 72 likes. So yeah, man, hopefully it gets to the point where we're getting 100 likes, but that shows we're growing, because I remember when me and JV getting gassed off 20, you know what I'm saying? And that. So
yeah, I thought we made it off 20.
We made it off 20 likes. So big up to everyone that's locked, much appreciated. Like I said, make sure you head over to United Central now. We'll be back with this show, obviously. ManDem United, you get it every Tuesday and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Sometimes the Thursday will change and go slightly earlier. And we're back tomorrow on this channel as well. So Friday, actually, there's 3 shows. So Friday, which is tomorrow, 8 p.m. Agenda FC. And then at 10:30, I can't even remember who's fighting. What to the Octagon is back. They're doing a preview of the big bout that's coming up, the UFC bout. I can't remember who it is and I can't pronounce the names. But that's back at 10:30. And then midnight, Gyaldem City versus, not even meets, Gyaldem City versus ManDem United. And we'll be doing a Manchester derby preview. Me, myself, and Yan City. Yeah, man, soon come. 1K likes soon come, Red Dead. But yeah, love to everyone who's locked in. This has been the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.